I promise you, if you want to focus something on life, whether you want to start like a channel, you want to start a business, you want to study, or you want to spend time with yourself, like eliminating social media as a distraction is key. Like it is key. Like if you want to get your life together, like just delete social media. Welcome back to another video, y'all. It's Olivia. You know what I say, if you like this video and you like some other videos, you know, go ahead, bridge the gap and subscribe. Join Lil Gang if you're trying to hang, baby, for real. But y'all, I had to come back on camera and refilm this video. I posted the earlier version of this video today, but when I was I just got back from the gym and everything, y'all. But I posted it and somehow the editing software and something else, like the words was, you could hear the sound, but my mouth wasn't matching with the words. So y'all, that was irritating me so bad. I was watching it back while I was at the gym, and I was like, I can't, like, I ain't putting out bad content. So yes, I'm refilming this video again, but it's okay. You know, they say the third time's a charm, but this is the second time, so the second time's a charm. But as y'all can tell by the thumbnail, we talking about social media and how I done deleted all my apps and stuff. And I always love these types of videos because honestly, if I'm doing things to elevate my life, I want to share that with y'all because I want everybody to win. Like, I ain't got no hate bone in my body, so I want everybody to win. Hopefully y'all get some gems out of this because we're gonna touch on a lot of different topics. And yes, so let's just get into the video. So yeah, as y'all can tell by the thumbnail, on the thumbnail it says 47 days, but I feel like it's about 50 days now because I'm recording this, like I said in the intro. I'm recording this again, so yes, it's been 50 days since I've been off social media, y'all, and I just feel like it's really helping me. Like, I'm realizing a lot, and I have done social media breaks before, but this has far as been the most effective, like the best social media break I've ever been on, y'all. Like, I've been getting like so much stuff done. I'm so proud of myself, and I'm just gonna touch on what I done realized about social media and then touch on a couple other things. So the first thing about social media, like, it's just a huge distraction. And quick thing before I get into it, comment down below, do y'all consider YouTube as social media? Because I used to not consider it as social media until they started like making shorts to shorts were a thing. And I kind of hated that they did that because now it's kind of like it's that same endless scrolling. Because at first YouTube, like, we know YouTube is like put on university, but at the same time, like, now with these shorts, it's kind of like TikTok. You just keep scrolling and keep scrolling. So comment down below. Let me know what y'all, I want to hear y'all thoughts. Y'all consider YouTube social media, or do y'all still set it apart from like the other apps like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and all that other stuff? So definitely the first thing is, it's a huge distraction, y'all, because they designed social media to be addictive. Like, if you haven't watched, and I haven't even watched this, but it's some kind of documentary on Netflix. Like, I think it's called The Social Experiment. Don't get me lying on here, but I heard about it and they were just talking about how it's addictive, but I was just applying that to real life because if you notice, like, a lot of people are not living in reality. Everybody's scrolling on their phone. Like, next time you go out to dinner or go out to eat, like, just glance around the restaurant. Like, look how many people are on their phones, not engaging with the people across from them at the table. Like, it's just turned into a real big mess. So it's a huge distraction. And I can honestly say, one of my reasons to come off of social media this time was I just wanted to get a lot done. So I recently turned 25 this past February, and I don't know, y'all, like 25, it hits different. Like, I've been an adult, but now, like, I'm an adult. Like, so I just been trying to get things in order, get things done. Like, I've been working on projects. I've gotten like so much stuff done since I've been off social media, y'all. Like, I promise you, if you want to focus something on life, whether you want to start like a channel, you want to start a business, you want to study, or you want to spend time with yourself, like, eliminating social media as a distraction is key. Like, it is key. Like, if you want to get your life together, like, just delete social media. And I want y'all to understand, I'm not bashing social media at all. It's good for some things, but if you want to focus and like tunnel vision on something, definitely delete social media. Take a break for a while. Like, just, you know, like I said, get in that zone, focus on yourself, because this is not for me to brag, but since coming off social media, like, I've been working out. I've like been real consistent in the gym, This is probably the most fit I've ever been, like, in a long time. I have found an apartment. I'm about to move out soon. I've started back my YouTube channel, started taking it seriously. I've been spending time with myself and quality time with my family and my friends. Like, y'all, I just been getting a lot done. I've been working on other projects. So, like I said, like, coming off social media, because of the distraction that it is, you're gonna get a lot more done. So the next thing that I realized, and not just not realizing, but just realizing like on a higher level, is how much we compare ourselves, whether we know we're doing it or subconsciously, how much we compare ourselves to each other. I know a lot of people in our generation, we feel like we're behind or we're not doing enough because we're seeing highlights of other people's lives. But y'all, like 9 times out of 10, that stuff ain't even real. Like, that's why it's called a highlight of people's lives, because you're not seeing. And see, me on my channel, we're gonna keep it real. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all when it's up and up, when it's down and down, and you know, like, be real authentic. But a lot of people, they're not sharing that, like, what they had to go through to get there. You're just seeing the highlights of their moments, of their lives. So you just think it's like happening overnight, and that's not true at all. And I know we compare materialistic things, we compare like how far we're supposed to be compared to somebody else. Like, y'all, you gotta stop comparing yourself. Like, just in general, like, you have to stop comparing yourself. Like, you are right where you're supposed to be. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you're doing enough. You are enough, and you're right where you're supposed to be. So stop comparing yourself, whether it be like how her body look, how your body look, how many girls he got, or how many he can get compared. Like, just stop comparing yourself. Like, I promise you, once you focus on you and you start falling in love with you, like, your life gonna take off, because you're walking in your authenticity. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, just stop comparing, because social media brings like a lot of comparison. And then when you start comparing, you try to mimicking how other people are doing stuff, and then everybody just turns into copycats for real. And so the next thing I picked up on with social media, it's overstimulating, like AF. Like, social media is super duper overstimulating. So I want y'all to picture this. Imagine you go on YouTube, and I don't know if y'all know this, but YouTube is like the second largest search engine after Google. So overstimulation is like, I don't know, it's like, for me, it's like I'm being overly annoyed, like somebody calls my name too much or somebody needed too much. So I'm painting this picture. Like, imagine you go on YouTube and you type in how to bake a cake. You are provided with like millions of videos of how to bake a cake. So you have to sort through them and figure out which video you want to watch. Imagine so that's information overload, right? We agree on that. Okay. Imagine being overloaded with unnecessary information. That's why social media is so overstimulating, because you are overloaded with unnecessary information about people. Like, our minds, I ain't gonna say, being ignorant is a good thing, but sometimes ignorant is bliss. Like, y'all, we don't need to know everything. That's why we're humans. Like, so we're on social media. I know on Facebook, like, you find out everybody's business. Like, don't nobody need to know 10 of the kids got taken, or don't nobody need to know like her baby daddy in jail. Like, that's just unnecessary information. So that example with the cake, like, if I'm looking up that and I need that information and I'm already overloaded, imagine how unnecessary information overload is. Like, and if you're married, you have kids or anything like that, you have responsibilities, like, you don't need to be overloaded by unnecessary stuff. Like, you got people in your household that need you. So scrolling on social media, a lot of people think it's like a stress reliever, but it's really just making you more anxious. Like, if you just sit down and you really ask yourself, a lot of people go to bed or go on with their day very, like, much more anxious compared to when they first got on social media. So now that we, got that part out of the way of what I'm realizing, this is how you can use social media more effectively. And I feel like I know enough to like give these tips. So, still take it with a grain of salt, whatever, but just try these tips and see, how they work for you. So first thing is, unfollow anything or anybody who is not serving your purpose. As you're getting older, you have to understand everything is that deep. When you have a vision and a goal for your life, you have to be, or even if you're not, sure what that is yet, you have to be very cognizant of what you're letting in your mind, y'all. Like, your life goes in your life goes in the direction of your strongest thoughts. So for an example, like if you're on social media and you are getting all this negative information, this negativity, a good example is like relationships. So if you're on social media, you just following women or you following pages talking about all men are cheaters, all men do this, all men do, like, y'all, that's what you're going to subconsciously think. And like, it's just a revolving circle. What goes in comes out. I don't care what nobody say. So unfollow anybody or anything that's not serving you purpose. I know when I get back on social media, like I'm doing a clean sweep. Like the first negative thing I see, because I can control that. Now sometimes you can't control it, but I'm doing a clean sweep, like clean sweep whenever I get back on, because I don't need all that negativity. Like I got goals. Like I'm trying to get stuff done. Like if we ain't motivating each other, or you're not seeing, like you're not following people who inspire, motivate you, and you know make you have that go get it attitude, like you just need to unfollow them. Like we don't need to be consumed and messed in negativity. So it is that deep. Like unfollow anyone or anything that does not serve your purpose. So in this next tip, I'm talking to my boss babes, my branding girls, my men who are in business. Yes, it is great that we have social media to advertise your products, advertise your service. Like, you know, social media, that's how you get your name out there. But just because you create content or you put out things on social media or you make TikToks, just because you're putting out that stuff, y'all, does not mean you have to over consume content. So yeah, y'all, I had to learn this for myself, because I thought just because I wanted to start being a content creator that I had to be on social media all day. Like, no, like, because that's not even me. Like, you have people, unfortunately, they're not going to resonate with this message, and they still just going to endlessly scroll. So it's people who gonna eat your stuff up, y'all. Like if you authentic and you, not saying this in a bad way, but if you're authentic, like you don't have to be the person that's endlessly scrolling, because there's people on the other side of the screen or on the other side of the phone that who's gonna continuously eat up your stuff. So you don't have to, just because those people are like endlessly scrolling and mindlessly scrolling doesn't mean you have to. Like literally with this YouTube stuff, I watch my favorite YouTubers who, you know, inspire me and lift me up, like I said in the first tip. And then like I watch a lot of how-to videos because I'm trying to learn a lot right now. But if I'm not watching my favorite YouTubers or learning how to do something, I'm literally posting my stuff on this platform and getting off. Yeah, so when it comes to your branding and your business, like learn what you have to learn, but at the end of the day, post what you gotta post and get off. Like you don't have to keep scrolling, y'all. Like, yeah, look for ideas, like I said, be inspired, but that time you're wasting scrolling, you could be doing something for your business, or you just be doing something more productive. Like, and I want everybody to win. I want everybody to be productive and reach the goals that they have. So yeah. So the next tip is to set time limits on your phone. It's crazy. It's 2023. Some people still don't know this is a thing. Not really sure for Androids. No shade at y'all, but I know on iPhones you can set time limits on your phone. Now, me personally, even though I do not have my apps right now, I have, when I do reinstall my apps, everything from my phone from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m., 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., like every single day, everything is blocked out on my phone. So you can set app limits or you can set downtime on your phone. So I promise y'all, if it's an emergency, like you don't have to check your phone or your email, like your text messages. Like literally when I get up in the morning, I turn my alarm clock off and then I get up, I start making my bed. I'm not going through my phone, because if you're getting on social media or you're going through your phone the first part of the day, instead of letting your thoughts be your first thoughts, you're letting like other people's thoughts infiltrate your mind, and that could be negative. Sometimes you might find positive stuff, but a lot of it can be negative, and you're just seeing that the first part of your day. So that's like kind of ruining your day for real. So set time limits and apps. If it's an emergency, like I said, somebody would have been done blowed you up, but it really ain't no need. For like the first hours of the day, I challenge y'all, for the first hour of the day, well, some people can't do hours, so we'll say for the first 30 minutes of the day, I just challenge y'all not to be on your phone. Like, wake up, like I'm looking at my 2 journals. You know what, let me show y'all. So the first thing when I wake up in the morning, I write in this journal right here. It's called Plan, Pause, and Reflect. And then every morning, every night, I write down my goals in this journal. So that's the first thing I do when I wake up, and I say a prayer and do all that other stuff. So if you're still hanging on, you know we about to wrap the video up, but the last section of this video, so I went over what I realized about social media, how to use it effectively. Now I'm going to tell you tips on how to take effective social media breaks. So like I said, I'm currently on a social media break. I've done plenty before. Like I feel like these are good tips. So if you really want to come off social media, like either write it down, or grab your phone, get some notes or whatever, pause it, do whatever you have to do. But these are some good tips if you want to really for real try to come off social media or do a detox. So the first thing you need to do if you want to come off social media is, as always, define a reason why. A lot of things you can set your intentions, you can set out to do something, but until you know your true intentions towards something, a lot of times that's why things don't work, because people have false intentions towards doing something. So my deeper reason why I was coming off, because like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I just had stuff to do. Like I had to get on my grown woman-ish. Like I had stuff to do, so I had to eliminate it because it was a distraction. So find a deeper meaning why. If you have to, write it down, look at it every day while you're staying off of social media, just to remind you why you're doing it. The second part, and most important, for the love of God, if you're gonna do a social media break, there is no reason at all to announce it. That defeats the purpose. Yeah, I see sometimes when I was on social media, people be like, taking a break for a while. If you need me, text me. Like, what's the point? Because if you need me, text me. That means you got my number. That means you don't need to be writing me on social media anyway, because you got my number. So people I feel like that's attention seeking, because why you gotta announce it? Like, just do it. Like, people, they'll catch on soon. And if somebody really needs to get in touch with you, y'all, they're gonna find a way. Like, if I see Tina off social media, I'm gonna go to Tina's page. I'm gonna find Tina's friend or Tina's mama or somebody who knows Tina. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna DM them. Can you tell Tina to hit me back? Like, it's that simple, y'all. You don't have to announce your breaks. Like, this is a time to focus on you. You don't owe anybody an explanation or anything like that. So just get off. So find constructive things to do in your time. Now, I ain't say go back doing dumb stuff. I said find constructive things to do in your time, because a lot of people can argue, oh, well, if I'm not on social media, I'm bored. And sometimes boredom leads to us doing dumb stuff. Let's just be honest. So find constructive things to do during your time off social media. Don't slip back into bad habits. I don't want that for y'all, okay? Like, because I'm thinking, anyway, y'all. All right, the next tip is to change your perspective. So because social media is so addicting, it's hard to break, because it releases dopamine, and dopamine is that chemical in your mind that releases good energy. You just feel good, or you get a rush from it. So shift your perspective to just seeing reality. Like, y'all, I've really been living in real life, being off the grid. It's so much negativity in the world, and so much hate, and all these shooters. And I'm not saying that I'm not down talking anything that's going on in the world, because all of it's serious. But at the same time, the less that you're exposed to stuff like that, the happier you will be. That's not to say ignore it and not try to make a change. But when you're constantly seeing all that negativity on your timeline, when bad stuff happens, it does something to you mentally, y'all. So like I said, sometimes ignorance just may be bliss. I just been in my own lane, and of course taking care of what I need to take care of, and not ignoring anything, but at the same time I just been living in reality, for real. So my last two tips kind of go hand in hand. So that is, challenge yourself to stay off and delete all the apps. Now, I don't want you to call yourself going on a social media break and you just remove the apps from your phone. Sis, that ain't the same thing. Or some people call themselves doing a social media break just because they're not posting, but they still own the app. That kind of defeats purpose too. So delete the apps off your phone, just not off your home screen. Just don't remove it from the screen. Delete them, and you don't even have to deactivate, y'all. I deactivate any of my accounts, because I do plan on getting back on soon, but I haven't deactivated any of my accounts. If you need to, write down your password before you get off, and just, you know, keep them in mind when you want to reinstall the apps. But yes, definitely delete the apps and just challenge yourself, y'all. Like, I really truly challenge each and every one of you watching this on the opposite side of the screen. Like, whether it's an hour, 24 hours, 48 hours, or like, you know, months like me, just take a break. And after you take a break, I want you to come back to this video and comment what it did for you. That's my call to action for y'all. Just comment what the break did for you, what do you learn, and all that other kind of stuff. So if you made it to the end of this video, you a real one. But yes, I hope y'all got some valuable tips and just different perspectives on this video. Hope it helps you in any type of way. As always, if you have any kind of questions, or you just want to get a respectful conversation started in the comment section, you know, go ahead and comment. Hope it doesn't sound too preachy, but like I said, when I find, or when I'm on something good, I just want to like spread that to everybody, because I want everybody to do good. Ain't no hate and bone in my body, never will be. As always, I love y'all. I will see y'all in my next video. I'm seeing y'all new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Words just can't just, like, you see the big smile on my face. So I appreciate y'all. But, you know, as always, keep God in your life. Bridge that gap and subscribe if you haven't already. Join Live Gang if you trying to hang. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.